Brother, stop yelling. What if I told you that the peace that your family is looking for this holiday season, it won't be hiding under your tree, it's hiding right here in these pages, my man. Is your house going to be filled with Christmas carols this year or endless arguments with your fam? Bro, listen, if you're tired of constantly bickering with your wife or your kids, I want you to stop and watch this video right now because I'm not selling you nothing like everyone else tries to do. I just want to give you some awesome strategies to help you walk in peace with your family. Man, please don't let anger steal your joy, bro. Let me show you 7 life-changing secrets that will teach you how to stop yelling and start listening to your loved ones. I'm going to show you the biblical formula to stop the chaos and bring peace to your home. And if you stay with me till the end, I'll share my tragic Christmas story of anger that made me lose my 19-year-old son forever. He passed away on my watch because I didn't know the secrets I'm going to be sharing with you right now. You don't have to make the same mistakes I made. So if you're ready to get a peaceful holiday home, my brother, let's dive in right now. Hey, I'm Brinkley, and I want to welcome you to the Battle Cry Believers. I'm proud to have you on board, man. And I just want you to know I'm really passionate about discipling men. So subscribe and stay with me on this journey because I'm going to do everything in my power, man, and do the very best I can to help you grow in your walk with God. I'll share my crazy life story along the way, and the one I'm going to tell you at the end is my most tragic story of all, man. It's stories like the one I'm going to share that taught me how to lead my family really well, and I want you to be able to do the same. Today's topic is so essential to that mission, and here's why. Because a leader who can't control his anger can't lead his family to peace. Let's jump into point number 1, the principle of listening first. Dude, I've been around screaming all my life, man. My mom was awesome, but she was a tyrannical enforcer, man, and she yelled constantly. It became like really learned behavior for me. And when I enlisted in service, it just got worse. I did some hardcore combat training, and I was so good at yelling and scaring people that everyone said, bro, you make a perfect drill sergeant. And like a fool, I was actually proud of that, man. It's pathetic, right? And I would bring that anger and aggression home to my family. I put fear in them, and I was destroying my marriage, man. I was destroying my relationship with my kids. And then nothing changed. Nothing changed at all until the Lord saved my sorry butt. And I ran across some powerful scriptures that convicted me, man. And they just completely made me do a 360. These powerful biblical principles, they can do the same thing for you. So just stay with me to the end, my brother, and watch how this impacts your family over the holidays. Just watch. So first, God showed me that in order to stop screaming, I had to hit the emergency brake on my quick reaction and my quick temper. The Bible is very clear that the root of foolish anger is just usually impatience, and it's a refusal to just shut up, stop, look the person in the eyes, and just listen. Like the old stylistic song, it says, stop, look, and listen to your heart, hear what it says. No. It should say, stop, look, listen to their heart, hear what they're saying. Because it's not about listening to yourself. It's about listening to your wifey, man. Listen to your kids, bro. My brother, this is the verse that changed everything for me. James 1:19. The Amplified Translation says it really, really good. It says like this. Take this to heart. Let everyone be quick to hear. Let's be a careful, thoughtful listener. Slow to speak. A speaker of careful, chosen words. And slow to anger, patient, reflective, forgiving. My man, did you notice the order? Quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Dude, my default setting was always just the opposite. Quick to speak, quick to anger, and I wasn't just slow to listen. I would never listen at all to anyone. I was the biggest knucklehead in the world. When I felt my quick temper rising, I had to practice, really practice flipping my default setting to God's setting. And I'm telling you, it was not easy because that reactive behavior, it had become like a deeply rooted and embedded part of my personality. And I had to let God to teach me to listen to the person's heart with like a lot of care and like a lot of grace and a lot of understanding. Listen to what the contemporary English version of Proverbs 18:13 says. This is powerful. The Bible will smack you down. It's stupid and embarrassing to give an answer before you listen. Wow. Bro, when you interrupt your spouse or you snap at your kid before they finish, you ain't correcting them. You're showing them how stupid and foolish you are. The Bible just called you stupid. You're showing them that you don't care about their feelings or their viewpoints. All you care about is your own. And these verses, they started to show me that, man, God just hated my selfish mentality, man. He challenged me to renew my mind and adopt a selfless mentality, not a selfish one. So the next time you get hot under the collar, before you react, remember this verse right here. It's Proverbs 19:20. Listen to advice and accept correction, and at the end, you'll be counted among the wise. See, a lot of times our wife wants to correct us and we don't even want to listen to her. Hey bro, if you want your family, man, to start looking at you as a wise man of God, you got to start practicing the art of listening. Yeah, that's right. Listening is an art, my brother. And the more you practice listening to God, the more skilled you become at listening to your family. Well, you might ask, well, how do I listen to God when God doesn't audibly speak anymore? And that's a good question. It's actually a pretty loaded one. But the simple answer is this. God doesn't have to audibly speak anymore because he's already said everything you need to know to live a godly life. It's right here in his word, right there. When you read his word, he's speaking to you directly. You're listening to his heart, his will, and his expectation for you as a son. This word, my man, will teach you how to be the husband your wife always desired and the father that your kids always deserved. Okay, so now that you know how to slow down, stop reacting so quickly, and listen, let's look at point in secret number 2, the power of calm speech. So now that you put the brakes on and you're committed to listening first, right? The next challenge is managing what comes out of your mouth and the tone of the words. That's two different things, two different elements. The words that come out of your mouth and the tone of them. Remember that your words are not weak. The power of life and death are in your words. And they're like a strong spiritual force that can either build up or tear down your entire house, bro. Your words can tear down your whole house. You know how I was? I always thought that the harsher my words were, the more I could get my point across. The louder I yelled, the more someone would obey my words and obey my orders. That's what my mom showed me, and that's what my drill commander showed me in all my special forces training. So that's all I ever knew. But the Bible teaches the very opposite. It teaches that the most important tool against an argument is actually calmness and gentleness. Let's look at Proverbs 51 because this, my friend, this right here is your playbook for de-escalating any kind of argument this holiday season. It says, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. It's more than just what you say after listening to your wife or your kids. It's the tone of your words that matter, and they matter just as much as the choice of your words. Bro, if you're frustrated by the level of yelling in your house, you gotta ask yourself, am I the one stirring it up? A calm response, this is the wisdom of God in action. I want you to practice this for the next 30 days. Listen to little Johnny, man. Listen to mama. I mean, like, really, really listen, bro. They're gonna notice right away that you're actually listening to them. And then when you speak, they're gonna immediately notice that you ain't yelling like you always usually do. And guess what? For the first time, maybe the first time ever, they're gonna wanna hear what you actually have to say. Hey, if this content has helped you, man, hit that like button and subscribe. And just tell me in the comments right now, what's the one thing your wife does that always lights a fire under your butt? Bro, my one-word comment would be very, very easy. Sarcasm. My wife's gonna crack up on that one. Okay, so God is showing you that speaking softly and gently is the key, but he also wants to show you how much to speak, not just how to speak, but the quantity. It's great that you're not yelling anymore, but please don't rush in with 1,000 soft words now, and now you become a soft-spoken blabbermouth. Solomon warned us against this. Look at Ecclesiastes 5:2. Don't be quick to speak, let your words be few. When I get angry in the days past, man, I not only yell, but I would just go on rants, man, for long periods of time. I thought that, like, the more words I use, the more impact my words would have. But this scripture just showed us that if you're gonna speak calmly, you gotta speak less. Let your response to them be short and just very meaningful, but it's way more important than both of those is let your response be kind and very, very loving, man. And just watch how your family responds, bro. I'm telling you, it'll be a game changer, man, especially with your kids. You don't need a 10-minute lecture driven by yelling. You just need a brief, gentle conversation driven by love. That's all you need. Okay, so the bottom line for principle number 2 and secret number 2 is that you have the power to stop the fight simply by changing your tone, changing your words, and changing the volume of your words. So let's dive into the last and the most important point here. So we got secret number 1. You know how to take the finger off the trigger and to listen, right? Good. So secret number 2, you know how to speak softly. And secret number 3, you know how to keep it short. So now I just want to briefly pivot from stopping the damage to your family to actually building your family up in the love and the peace that God can give them this holiday season. This time of year, man, bro, it is not about you managing conflict. It's about you modeling the image of Christ, looking like Jesus to them. Look, man, your family doesn't just need less yelling. They need intentional words of direction and encouragement and hope. They need to see the Christmas story lived out through your leadership. And bro, the most powerful tool in your arsenal is Christ-centered encouragement. That's it. You got to encourage them, man. Colossians 4:6 gives us the ultimate guidance for this, man. I love the Passion Translation for this verse. Listen to it. Powerful. Let every word you speak be drenched with the grace and loaded with truth and clarity, for then you'll be prepared to give a respectful answer to anyone who asks about your faith. Most of the translations say that your words should be seasoned with salt. And we can think of salt as like flavor when you put it on your food, wisdom, it preserves things. To keep it practical, this just means that every word you speak this holiday season, my brother, whether it's correction for your kids or a compliment to your wife, it should be thoughtful, it should be encouraging, and it should be centered on the grace of God and the love of God. It's time to replace those angry words with warm, kind words of love and of grace, man. Give your family direction and correction, of course, but my brother, please, man, make sure you wrap it in the love of God. This shift in your speech and the fact that you're actually listening to them, that's going to inspire them to listen to you. And this shift will open up all kinds of doors for you to minister to your family in ways that you never thought were even possible, man. This is where real lasting peace begins in your home, my man. It's where it begins. And as you step into this new year with this commitment to peace, you can rely on the promise that's found in Philippians 4:6 and 7. These are two of my favorite verses in all of Scripture. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need, what you have need of, and thank Him for all that He has done. And then the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and guard your minds as you live in Christ Jesus. I challenge you, man, to bring the peace of God into your home this year, my brother, and I can guarantee you that Christ will guard the hearts and minds of your family, man. Jesus promised to give us the gift of peace, and it's a gift. Peace is a gift, and it's unlike anything that the world can give us, but it's up to you to grab that peace and strip off the anger. And I promise I'll tell you this story. Man, listen to what happened with my son Chris when I refused to strip off that anger. It was the spring of 2002, and he had just turned 18. He thought he ruled the house, and just like no different than any other 18-year-old kid, you know, just bossy and controlling. One day he went into my recording studio, and he wiped out my entire hard drive, man, hundreds of songs, thousands of hours of recording, just gone, like gone forever. Well, needless to say, we got into a really heated argument, and he wouldn't apologize. And as a result of my rage, I decided to throw him out of my house. And if I had known these powerful principles and these secrets, that would have never happened. So anyhow, my wife stood by him, but he struggled to survive for like the following 8 months. And on Christmas Eve, my daughters brought him to my house without asking me if it was okay. I hadn't spoken to him in like the past 8 months, and the biggest regret of my life happened that night. Chris still hadn't apologized, and I refused to let him in the house because of my stubbornness, my unforgiveness, and the anger I still felt. My selfishness, man, it didn't allow me to see his brokenness, man. My anger blinded my ability to see his silent plea, man. Like, Dad, I want to come home. That rejection caused him to spiral downward for another 10 months until he decided to go to New York. He was at the end of his rope, and I wasn't there for him, man. And in less than 2 weeks, right there in New York, he died of an accidental overdose. We were crushed. Our whole family was crushed. You know what, bro? I wasn't indirectly responsible for his death. I was directly responsible for it. My anger drove me to bitterness and unforgiveness, and I had to take full responsibility for the devastation his death caused my family. Man, I wouldn't wish that kind of pain on anyone. And my failures on that haunting Christmas Eve, that's why I wanted to do this video. So please, man, please, this holiday season, I encourage you, bro, to stop screaming and start leading, man. Go forth. Protect your marriage, man. Encourage your kids. Show them what a peaceful, kind, and loving man looks like, man. Be the difference in your home. Be the difference, my brother. Let my failure be your inspiration. And I know you can do it, man. You can do it. Well, thank you for joining me on this edition of the Battle Cry Believer. I know it's pretty emotional. And I just pray that this will be the greatest holiday season your family has ever known because you stopped yelling, you started listening, and you put their needs before your own. Make sure you subscribe if you already haven't, and hit that like button if this message brought you any value, okay? So until next time, my brother, may God keep you, may He bless you, may He give you peace and shine His face upon you, and just stay God strong always.